say if they chopped it by 20%,
Yep.
punters coming into Hiker would expect our beers to be cheaper.
Yep.
But
They wouldn't be cheaper.
They wouldn't be cheaper because the cost is the cost.
Yeah.
With the mic and chatting news on all things beer. Joined by Phil, Dan, and Matt, or anyone else to join the cheer. Hiker Brewing is where we chat, 'cause it's where good beers are at. Support it out.
Mate, all right. Welcome.
Happy Beer Chicken Day.
Beer can chicken day. That's right. February 18th every year. We've kicked that off. It's
The crowd's massive.
it is. It's going to
They-
feature in the news later on. I had a few people say they will come, but they're just going to be here after 4:30, and that's what it is now. So
Cool.
yeah, it even if they're not, we've got our beer can chicken here to taste. So
Nice.
we'll go through that in a second. Mate, you're back from Bali. You've got a touch of barley belly.
Yeah. More than a touch.
Yeah. So there's all
Anyway,
sorts of
no, barley was good. So
yeah.
visited a couple of craft breweries over there. So
We
that
saw
was
your Horizon
Horizon up on
photo
Mount
and
Batua.
video. Yeah, that was great.
Up there.
as
So
well.
so went up there. I was planning on doing another climb the highest peak in Bali, but the weather turned a bit wet. So
Yeah.
and it was a massive day because I would have had to have left. I was saying Seminyak at 9:30 at night to get there to then do like a 4-hour hike up there, and in the end it was like I'm glad I didn't, but I'm glad I did Mount Batua.
Yeah.
So I've done that one before, but it was funny how it's changed over the last 15 years. So
Yeah. A bit more commercialised or easier
a
access?
lot more
or?
people. Like
Yeah.
when I went there 15 years ago, like up Mount Batua, there was probably like 8 of us. This time there was like probably 108.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, and shout out to my Kenyan friends and friends from, where were they from? Ukraine. They were the worst hiking companions. I was so slow. Oh my God. Anyway. Yeah, poor old guy was just apologising to me the whole day. That's fine. But he was very excited to have a beer at the top with me, so that was good.
Nice.
So very early beer, but it was pretty good. So, it's funny. Like the craft beer scene over there is starting to sort of pick up.
Yep.
I went to 2 breweries like Black Sand and South and East. So they weren't too bad.
Yeah.
So. The thing, I know it's all about tourism. It's not about freaking people who like craft beer drinkers, because you sort of get there and it's very, I shouldn't say it's very slipstreamy. So it's like it's a restaurant that serves craft beer, so you can't actually sit at the bar and have a chat to people and stuff like that. So, but it was good. The beers weren't too bad. So, and then I found a nice little place on the beach, the only draft beer on the beach at Seminyak, so that had Island Brewing, so that was pretty good. So I had a few pilsners, so
Well, mate, last week we were sitting here doing the podcast. I don't know if you listened to all 16 minutes of it or it was a short one.
No, I didn't.
Daniel was he was normal, but I was not. So it was after Super Bowl Monday, and I had been out with Tomo, who supplies
regular.
stuff here, and Boyd from Kegstar, and it was a very long day. I think we got home. We left the casino I think about 9 o'clock, and that was starting drinking beers at Fallon's at about 8 in the morning.
Long day.
Yeah, I know I was a little bit worse to wear on the Tuesday for sure. But we're back. We're ready today. We're raring to go. Mate, shout out to our sponsors as always: Bintani, Craft Punks Canning, Convoy Kegs, Railings, Labels and Stickers, and of course, Hiker Brewing.
Concern.
Yes.
It's a bit of a concern at the moment.
It's always a concern.
Well, not so much. I had a good weekend with the second birthday, so that
was a
went
great
well.
weekend, wasn't it?
It was a big weekend, so
Yeah.
I was sipping pots of Wanderer because
Because of your barley belly.
because of my barley belly. But even
Maybe that's what you needed. You needed to hit it with an out of time. Just knock it out.
probably.
Just like, if you're going to go my way.
Exactly. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get there. Probably have to go to the doctor tomorrow, but anyway. I try and avoid the doctor when I can. So.
Yeah, mate, get yourself better. help clear your head.
Yep.
Mate, some ABV news. So we went and chatted to, as you know, I told you a couple of weeks ago, Precinct Brewing, Jeremy. That comes out this Sunday. I'm looking forward to that. It was a great chat. And we've since recorded another 3 episodes. So we were out at, we've been to Slipstream, Bacchus and Hilltop Hops, their second farm.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Which was great to get out there and talk to Andrew, and then he showed us his own little other farm that he's got in the same section, but just in a whole different plot.
Okay.
Where he's just growing stuff and just seeing what happens and seeing if he gets some weird crosses and
Yeah, nice.
he might just turn out this weird ass.
Was he wearing his new shirt?
No, he was wearing his Hilltop Hops shirt.
Yeah, no, his new Hilltop Hop shirt.
Oh, I don't know if it's his new one.
Fresh AF.
I didn't look at it that closely.
Oh,
I must
because I
admit.
designed it for him.
Oh,
So.
did you? I honestly didn't look at it that closely.
Yeah,
It was his it's a navy blue button-up.
No,
thing. It was
no,
embroidered.
No, it's
so,
definitely.
no.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a. It's just like a
I
AS
dressed
colour
the part.
shirt.
I took my steel cap boots and my straw hat, so that I looked at home.
Yep.
In the hop fields.
among the gum trees.
Well, it was funny, because last time we interviewed Andrew was like 2 weeks after my
your
accident, and it was like a day before my surgery on my face. So it was a much better chat because he could understand me this time, and I could walk. But it was.
I'm still waiting for my shirt, Andrew.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
And I'll have one too because I love some merch. So yeah, Andrew, I'm an XL in AS colour. If anyone wants to send me a shirt, that's my size. I'm not going to lose weight because I want to stay at that size. So that's where we are, mate. Beer Can Chicken Day.
Yep.
It is in full swing. Brendan, the legend who made the barbecue for us, the chookin as it's called.
Yep.
We cranked it up today. I bought in 2 chooks from Woolies, and we've cooked them successfully.
Yeah, nice.
One with our peach sour, the Passage.
Yeah, I think Daniel suggested that one a few weeks ago. So.
Yeah, and the second one was the Hasta La Vista Brut IPA.
Yeah.
And as the chef, we changed it halfway through. So the first chicken got the full can up the date.
Yep.
And the second one, we used the beer can chicken apparatus.
Holder,
Yep. And I'm not sure which is better yet.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll have to decide that. Do we want to have some chicken now, or do we want to wait until...
I think maybe we'll wait.
Yeah, let's
because I
wait.
might have to run to the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, dear. That's great.
And
But jump on beercanchickenday.com. There's t-shirts available. You can grab them on the Aussie Beer Voyage website, as well as the Beer Can Chicken website. Beercanchickenday.com. Just go there and check it out. It's start of something fun.
Yeah.
Who knows what it'll grow into, if at all.
Who
But
knows?
it is what it
sounds
is.
good. So gearing up for next week.
Yeah, next week is beer judging at the Royal Queensland Beer and Cider Awards. Is it beer and cider? It's just beer
definitely
awards, isn't it?
No cider.
Yeah.
Made
Royal
that call
Queensland-
very early on.
I'm not a cider fan either, so I'm glad that someone did.
Just,
But yeah, the Royal Queensland Beer Awards next week, the judging, and the results will be posted next Thursday. There won't actually be a podcast Pour It Out next week because I will have had a full day of judging.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to be able to make it in here unless you wanted to come in to Brizzy
Not particularly.
and deal with me after a
Well, no, I'll have to
skinful
run
of
the bar
booze
here.
for all
Someone's
day.
got to run the brewery.
Yeah, so no.
I could just do it by myself.
You can do it by yourself. I've been on every single one. So, yeah, you
You'd
can
have
do
to
it by
show me
yourself.
what to do.
Yeah, happy to
Yeah.
hand over the reins. It's not all about me.
If anyone
for
wants
sure.
to co-host with me,
Come in and let us know. Someone,
someone-
message on the Facebook group.
if someone's got a rant that they really want to like.
That's right. Yeah, well, just jump on to... Oh, thanks, Daniel. Mate, we're trying to do a podcast here, mate.
Don't get those beers ready for the beer
That's
awards.
right, but if anyone wants to jump on the Aussie Beer Voyage Facebook group, it's just facebook.com/group/Aussie Beer Voyage, and let Phil know if you want to come along and be his co-host, which would be grand. I can set it all up and let you know what you need to do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Leave you the mic and
Yeah.
it's all well and good.
Hurrah.
I'm actually looking forward to judging. I love judging beers.
I don't.
I know, yeah. It was funny when we had our pre-judging catch up with a few of the brewers here, and we're all talking. Man, I could tell after about 5 or 6 beers, you were like, "No, I'm done." Like you were just done. You just. It's not like you didn't want to drink more beer. You were just like, I don't give a shit.
No,
you just
just
and we're
let's
still,
say what class it's got to go into,
yeah,
and then
and we're still all picking them apart and saying, "Oh, I've got this and that." So,
I haven't got the attention span for that. So
yeah, it should be a good few days.
yeah, no, it should be good. I'm excited to see how many entries.
Yep.
I'm hoping there's been a bit of an uptake because when I started back in 2020, we always had a goal of increasing it by 20% each year.
Yep.
Obviously, last year it dipped because of economic things,
Yeah,
but
yep.
I also think now that there's no indies,
The people might be putting
so I'm actually curious to see if there's more of an uptake, particularly from interstate brewers.
Yeah.
Because there's free shipping.
Yep, and it's the cheapest.
It's the cheapest comp.
Yep.
It's now with the indies gone or on hiatus or however you want to say it. It's now the second biggest beer competition in Australia. So AIBAs used to be indies. So but I'm sort of hoping that there'll be a lot more interstate one. Because the indies have decided the IBAs decided not to run it.
Yep. Yeah, I think it'll be really good. I'm excited because I wasn't working for Hiker this time last year, and I got to watch you guys get up on stage and win your couple of trophies and all the goals that you win. I have to ask, as someone coming in from the outside, are you feeling any pressure to maintain that? Nah,
not at all.
It just is.
No, it is what it is. My whole philosophy at beer awards is you turn up. If you win a gong, then you win a gong. It's like if you go in with an expectation, you're only going to get disappointed.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is because not every judge tastes every beer, so it's just luck of the draw in regards to what table it goes to.
Yep.
Who's poured it. There's a whole lot of nuances.
Yes.
So I think you could run the same competition the next day and get a completely different result. So that's the thing. It's not like the Olympics 100-meter sprint. You know who's going to win, but diving or gymnastics or something like that, it's judges' interpretation. Yep. So you could have a really great beer, but someone might have a beef against it or whatever, or it just depends on the table. But the beauty is that everyone's in it to win it. Every beer's got a chance. We've got 19 entries this year, up from 18 last year. So we're
huge increase.
Yeah, huge. Well, even some that we were going ho hum about, but we had that
Just full send.
Just send it, get the feedback, and that's the whole thing. It is about
feedback, so you can make better beer for the patrons.
Yeah,
right?
but so we got no. Well, I obviously got hopes, but I'm just it is what it is. So see what happens.
Yeah, I think. Well, look, as an Hiker employee now, I'm stoked, and I really hope that we do super well. But also, as you said, it's not the end of the road. It's the chance to get feedback and improve our beers and to learn more about
So who do you reckon will... we won Best New Brewery last year. Obviously, can't win that again.
No.
Even though we are the best brewery. But who do you reckon? Do you want to have a wager?
It's hard to remember when breweries opened, though. What are the new breweries who have entered? Who could enter?
Carbon 6.
Carbon 6. I'd put Reese up there. Reese makes a great beer. I've tasted all his beers because he gives them to me.
Well, I'm gunning for Carbon 6 because we spent a bit of time with him, helping him. With his entries. Is Parenti Still in the best new brewery category, I think.
No, they won a trophy last year.
Yeah, but it's within 2 years of opening.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that opens up a lot. Yeah. Parenti would, yeah, they'd be up there. I'm going to say Reese purely for the fact, like Carbon 6. It's Carbon 6, not Reese. Reese is just the head brewer and GM, and he's hoping to win the best newcomer brewery. I reckon he said he's still got the chance. It's his last opportunity. Mate, you're too old, mate. You've been doing it long enough. Yeah, I think Carbon 6 for me, just because he's got a good spread of entries and a lot of different beers. Like, it's not just the lagers. He's got some lagers. He's got some nice IPAs and a pale ale.
Yeah.
His hef is nice. Really good. So
it'll be interesting. I'm just trying to think who else would be in the running. Hip Hop
Well,
says
who else
that
would be in the running?
No, they're over because I think that was their last year. Because I was
So
talking.
tell me, like Hopper's Brewing in Albion,
Yeah.
they changed owners. So
Technically,
are they
they'd
a
be-
new brewer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would be.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Like Catchment bought Ballistic. Is Ballistic a new brewer?
No, although still the Ballistic brand was still there.
Oh, so
I
it's
don't know.
Hoppers.
Yeah.
That-
Well, Hoppers only that's less than 2 years even.
yeah, well,
the
yeah,
original
probably,
owners.
yeah.
I don't know.
What about Crafty Monk Brewing out of Tingalpa?
They need to actually brew some beer.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm still dirty about that. I've had a couple of people say me that went out there.
There's a couple of
and they were like, they're going, "What do you mean?" I was like, "They don't brew their own beer yet."
Yeah,
So,
and then they don't even support other independents.
No.
It's like crazy.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Not that we're bitter.
Or twisted. Oh, anyway.
right.
Well,
Mate.
Carbon 6, I'm not sure who else. Maybe,
Well, the
I
fact
reckon
too
an
is that
outlier, maybe Crimson Finch from Yeppoon. I don't know.
Oh,
I've never tasted their beer.
yeah. I don't think I've actually tasted any of their beers either. There are quite a few. And we're just knowing a lot of Queensland breweries, right? This competition is open nationally, so who knows?
Yep.
Because when I was a steward, I remember seeing a lot of breweries from Victoria and South Australia that I'd never heard of before.
Yep.
You used to be able to, always catch up with new breweries and things, especially when Brews News was running the show. You'd always see about new stuff coming in.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to compare. Have they asked you to compare like the
No, they
awards?
won't ask me to do something like that. It'll be probably Craig from Crafty Pint or James or someone like that. So no, they don't.
No.
They might have it in house. I doubt it'll be Ari. Ari's a legend, but he's not.
No.
He wouldn't want to do that.
Unless Matt Kirkegaard comes out of retirement.
Yeah, maybe.
Again. But,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting.
I don't know. I reckon my money's on Craig to do the honours on the awards day.
Yeah, watch his space.
He's got his fancy suit.
Anyway.
Yeah, and then otherwise it'll be for me. I still think Reese at Carbon 6 is going to get the gong for a lot of the best new brewery. So just pause it. Pause. All right, so we're back after our brief pause.
Yep.
Mate, this next one, I think maybe we're going to have a little bit of a rant from you, are we?
Oh, look, maybe. Why don't you kick it off?
All right, so the IBA, which is the Independent Brewers Association of Australia, they're looking for public support after more tax hikes, which has been in the news quite a lot, not just in regards to craft beer, but just beer overall. Even the federal budget minister has come out and said, I don't know if that's the official term, that's how good I am at politics, but he has come out and said it's not a big deal, it only adds 2 cents to a pint or a schooner, which doesn't take into account that since 2020 or something, it's gone up 20 cents. It's quite a huge increase for all of us. We all know it, we all have to pay it. But yeah, so the Independent Brewers Association has gone on a huge marketing push to gather support and for people to contact their MPs and to ask for the excise tax basically to be stopped or to also be not in line anymore with CPI, which is what it's attached to. which because the economy has been shit since COVID, that's what's happened. It's gone freaking crazy, and it's gone up rather dramatically, and we're all paying for it through a lot of our products. What say you?
What say I? Well, I think there's a little bit of a misnomer out there in regards to alcohol excise, particularly for beer.
Yep.
So, small breweries, or every brewery in the land gets the first $350,000 worth of alcohol excise waived.
Yep.
So for a small brewery like Hiker, we don't actually pay alcohol excise.
Yep.
So my weird way of thinking, although I'd love for beer to be cheaper, but from a business point of view, we actually, how do I phrase this right without annoying too many people?
Well, here's the thing too, before you do say whatever you're going to say, you're not out to be angry at anyone for trying to get a fair go. Fair suck of the sav, someone said to me the other day, and that's not what you're here
no,
doing
but
as well.
my issue at the moment
it's
like the IBA is saying save indie beer, right?
Yeah.
Indie beer is not going to be saved by major alcohol tax reform at the minute. It would if they equate with the wine industry, definitely.
Yep.
But the issue is, if you have a look at even one of their documents, there's 371 independent breweries that are members of the IBA at the moment. 69% of those, which is 556 breweries, brew less than 100,000 litres a year, so would not pay any alcohol excise to the government.
Yeah.
Right? So 69%. So 69% of their members do not currently pay any tax to the federal government. The next tier up, which is 96 breweries, that let me get the stat up, that up to 1 million litres a year. So some of them would be paying, right?
Yeah.
So you would think at least, I reckon 80 to 85% of the IBA members currently are not paying alcohol excise, tax. So how is that saving indie beer?
Yep.
Because if there is
that
reform,
what your argument is? Is that the IBA
the IBA actually don't understand their membership base.
Yep.
And they're actually pandering to the bigger independent breweries that obviously probably pay more fees.
Yep.
And the board had a look at the board membership. 3 big breweries, 3 small breweries.
Yep.
So, but this whole misnomer of, save indie beer, if they actually reduce alcohol excise, say if they chopped it by 20%,
Yep.
punters coming into Hiker would expect our beers to be cheaper.
Yep.
But
they wouldn't.
Be cheaper. They wouldn't be cheaper because the cost is the cost.
Yeah.
Right? There's
Yep.
economies of scale with the big boys, so
Yep.
all you're doing is actually helping the bigger players. So, whereas, and this is not, the public, I get it, I'm just thinking from a pure business point of view, that, the IBA actually doesn't understand its membership base and what it is. What they, the first key they should be doing is the 350 is not indexed to CPI. So every 6 months that gets eroded.
Yep.
So a simple campaign just to keep that in place.
Yeah.
Rather than they're trying to pull every single lever at the moment to actually, get reform.
Yep.
But keep it simple. Just get one simple objective. Index the 350 to CPI.
Yep.
So there's no erosion of that.
Yeah.
Then tick that box. Then look at the next bit of reform and the next bit of support. But this whole save indie beer mantra, I think it's false advertising.
Yeah.
Because the price of indie beer is not going to go down.
No. Yeah, look, when you put it like that, it makes sense. And I've said often, I'm not smart enough to know the ins and outs of a lot of this stuff. But what you're saying makes sense to me, and I understand. And I remember when that 350,000 came in.
Yep.
That was raised. I don't know who raised it, whether it was the IBA or someone externally, but when it first came in, it was automatically raised. It was like, yeah, that's great, and it's a massive step forward, but it isn't indexed
Yeah.
to the CPI, and so therefore
Without
it's
that
always going to
350,
be eroded.
my business plan for Hiker, I couldn't make the numbers work until that 350 got allocated.
Yep.
So that's when we hit the go button to go full tilt, because
Yep.
I couldn't do it if we had to pay like tax.
Yeah. Yep.
So I really appreciate the 350. And I think that's a good level playing field. But I just think
Yep.
this whole save indie beer, like when
So what are the on the flip side of the coin? So say we go for like a big brewery that is a member of the IBA. If they get that excise break, what's the benefit to them? Is it that they become more of a competitor to you? Is it that they...
I don't know. Like I think there's bigger fish to fry. I think it's tap contracts. Like I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah,
Like
that's a huge one.
so for small independent brewers, that would be the one. One is to equalise the 350, and the next one would be tap contracts. So like to try and break the monopoly of Asahi and bloody Lion, like who own 85% of the taps.
Mm-hmm.
So I support the IBA in regards to that.
Yes.
But I think this whole like pulling every single lever at the moment, and this save indie beer, changing tax at the moment is not going to save
Yep.
the majority of its members, and I think they've actually lost sight of the smaller members.
That's what the membership wants as a group.
Well, I don't even think some of the smaller members actually understand it,
Yeah.
to be fair, because
Yep.
I've seen some small breweries posting the IBA stuff, and I just go, that's our competitive advantage at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
if we actually get, for us to survive, that is, we have actually got a break at the moment. We've got the 350.
Yep.
Like, if the bigger breweries can start getting like cheaper alcohol excise, it's going to put even more pressure on the small guys. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think differently. I think to a lot of people, but
Yep.
I just think at the moment our membership dues aren't actually doing anything to actually for our business with the IBA. I think they're focused on the big end of town, and I think they've forgotten about actually having a look at their membership, the smaller breweries, and actually who are 70%, 80% of their
Yep.
membership, and of completely putting all their, are just not thinking about the long term for them.
Do you think, like, I haven't looked, but do you think someone like Cooper's is fighting these excise challenges?
Oh, every brewery wants pay less tax if they're
Yeah.
paying it. So, like, why wouldn't they? So,
But they're an independent. They're
Yeah.
not a member of the IBA, but they are an independent.
yeah.
Um,
But I don't know. Like, I just don't know. But I think, and I agree with the IBA in regards to trying to get some standardisation between beer and wine. So
Yes.
I get
Yeah,
that. Like, that's the big, alcohol is alcohol.
Yep.
So I totally support them on that. But I think, this whole, I don't know. I just think they need to refocus and actually have a look at simple things to do to actually get, rather than, putting a million things on the table.
If the IBA wasn't the one highlighting the excise tax consistently and keeping on pushing it and keeping it in front of people's minds, who would?
Who would?
Yeah, because who is? Apart from every 6 months when it comes up, like listening to the Crafty Pint podcast, those guys, James, Will, and whoever they have on as their guests, it always brings up, and James and Will were talking about it last time when they were talking to Mazen about, that they hadn't seen so much news around the excise tax at this time. Is it just the big media trying to sell their thing, like just trying to get eyes on their news?
Of course it is.
Or is it actual, do they give a shit and they care, and that's what the common man person...
No, they're looking at the common man as like, your beer's going up every 6 months. But, the whole thing for us, our beer doesn't go up based on alcohol excise,
Yep.
it goes into the inputs like electricity, like malt, hops. That's where our costs are. It's got nothing to do with the excise at the minute. Like, and we're nowhere near through our 350,000 a year. Like we got plenty of room to move on that, but we've decided to stay small. And the issue is like we've chosen not to do wholesale, but if per se tap contracts got screwed up, torn up, and then we could actually get easier
Access some taps.
of course we'd do it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm not putting a salesperson on to actually go and sell bloody kegs to nowhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you got to sell a lot of beer to do that. So, but yeah, it's, I don't know. I just think there just needs to be complete rethink, and I just think the whole, I think a lot of it at the moment from the IBA is like save indie beer. It's not going to save it.
Message.
It's the wrong message. There's other things that need to happen.
Yeah, I think we've said a lot of.
I'll wait some phone calls.
I know that not everyone else is in the same situation and has different views as well.
That's just my personal view.
Yeah, and the average punter as well has no idea, and they're getting fed all this information from various sources about what is what and how it all works as well. So they're trying to muddy through.
Mate,
the
I would
waters.
love to be able to sell our beer cheaper, but the fact is, the cost is the cost.
Yeah.
Like Daniel and I aren't even on full wages yet. Like,
yeah, I know.
You get paid more than me.
Yeah,
like,
I know. Yeah, suck it up.
But no, but this is the whole thing. Like we've chosen like to not pay ourselves market rate as we grow this business, and that's our business decision.
Yeah.
But some support from government would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and it's not necessarily excise reform is not the
thing that would help.
Wouldn't help Hiker one little bit.
Yeah.
But it's the whole focus of the IBA at the moment.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yep. All right.
So if anyone wants to buy us 100 million, that'd be good.
Yes.
Anyway.
It's been a while since we've had a Phil rant. It wasn't even a rant.
It was just constructive feedback, I think.
I think so too. I think anyone who's able to look at it and understand
objectively, and it's not me having a beef at anyone. I think the IBA needs to have a look at its membership, and obviously there are some members that are hurting because of alcohol excise, but the bulk of their members are below the threshold. So what are they doing for the small guys?
Yep. Before we go on, can I get a beer?
Yeah, let's have a pause. I need
All
one
right.
too, even though I'm not drinking.
All right, so we got our beer. What are you drinking? I haven't even asked what you're drinking.
I'm drinking Wanderer.
Okay, yeah, because we both had Compass.
Yep.
Which is our new release beer coming out next week, which is our Session West Coast IPA. Maybe in a week?
We'll have to, in a week, but maybe sooner.
Yeah, okay. Well, if we've got open taps or something.
No, we need to put it on before beer judging.
Oh, okay. Then this week.
Because
this week. It's coming out this week.
Even if we only pour one glass.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
it actually has to be being commercially available.
We both had a can. Does that make it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, it's done.
Yep. And I'm drinking Twilight, the black IPA that came out on the weekend for your second birthday now. So, in one of the new Hiker Brewing Co. glasses from Crafted Glass.
Oh, yeah, nice. How do you get one of those?
Mate, you just need to sign up on Hiker Brewing Co. Lost Hikers membership.
Yeah, very good.
And look, it's totally worth it. If I didn't work here, I would sign up. But I do, so I don't need to.
That's all right.
And I'm taking this glass.
That's where your alcohol excise goes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Glasses for Adzi.
What's the next one? Auslan beer reviews. What's
so,
that?
Man, this is a
Is
great
this for deaf
story.
people?
Yes, so this is a great story on the Crafty Pint. These guys are they started I think it was during COVID. They love beers, and they're people who, it's just a couple of guys, and they just started to buy different beers, and I'm not sure. I don't want to talk out of turn, if that makes sense. I don't want to say everyone's deaf or they're deaf or hard of hearing. I don't know what the correct terms are, and that's just my ignorance, so I'm not entirely sure. But I know that what they're saying is that the deaf community is relatively small, and what so they went and did is they got together and they started talking. The whole account is run by members of the deaf community, and it started out just as a couple of mates together, and it was just to help promote Australia's sign language, which is called Auslan. I don't know if you know that. Australian sign language is different to other places around the world, as well as make the craft beer scene more inclusive to deaf people and things like that as well.
Nice.
Which is really cool. I sort of love this stuff.
Well,
people who, like, anyone who gets to enjoy good beer is
well,
included.
I
love that
yeah,
stuff.
and we have like the Queensland State Blind Cricket Association. They come here for a beer every now and again. Mm-hmm. And I know there's a new brewery opening up just up the road called Blind Boy.
Yep.
So I think he did the TAFE course. He's taken over the old Ballistic Bunker site. Yep. So I think he's pretty close to starting. He's been having some chats with Daniel. I've been away, so I haven't chatted with him. But Daniel was actually saying even he's found a printer up on the sunny coast who can actually do like braille on the cans. Yep. So it'll actually.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love inclusiveness. I think these sort of things and these initiatives are fantastic. I think everyone should have access to this sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, totally.
And everyone should be able to access good beer and enjoyment. It's not.
Yeah, no, totally.
It's not the sort of stuff that is just, for all of us able-bodied people.
Yeah,
and that
we're not wine wankers. Like
no.
Like beer is it's a social lubricant. So.
Yeah, I wonder. Here's my question. I wonder, like, there are a lot of terms in craft beer reviews. Like when you're reviewing beers, like. I'm sure, because I don't know about you, but I'm like mouthfeel, citra, all of these sort of terms, for example, are terms that I've had to learn. Wort, all of these extra terms. So when you start getting into craft beer, when you get real nerdy about it, there's a whole lot of terms that aren't really common knowledge. Like I talk to mates and they got no idea. It is like another language. Yep. And then you got Auslan, which is a sign language. Have they had to create extra terms for the language, or are they spelling them out?
Who knows?
I would love to know.
Yeah.
But
we probably won't have anyone on here listening because.
The obvious, but you can transcribe it on YouTube. You can watch the transcription. It does that automatically for us.
Yeah, no, but I'd be curious to know.
Yeah, I would love to know that sort of stuff. Is how do all the terms that aren't in the language, because creating a new language is not as...
You must have to
spell it out. Yeah.
You have to.
Or maybe they're actually more descriptive because they're talking about the... you know how they say that if you lose one sense, you're more heightened in the other senses? And I wonder if that's the case. Like, I wonder if these guys are more super tasters and they've got more...
I think so. I definitely think blind people are. I'm not sure. I've definitely read that somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about deaf people. But yeah, I think if you lose a sense, then your other senses get enhanced because you need to compensate. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's great. The article is on the Craft Pint. You can check it out in the show notes and go to the link and read more about it. As I said, I think it's fantastic. Mate, Sydney Brewery.
Yep.
Cleaning up down there. They've got 3 venues now. So they've got their initial venue. They've taken over a venue in the Hunter Valley region, and they've just taken over Rocks Brewing in the Rocks.
Was it the same company? And then there was just different brands?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, no, Sydney Brewery, yeah, they do good beers. They clean up at they've cleaned up at the Royal Queensland Beer Awards a few times. So.
Yeah. I like their beers.
Yeah.
I have had a few of their beers. I think they're really
Yeah, their
nice.
lagers are really good. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, but they're a bit underrated. So
Yeah.
what are you looking at?
I'm just looking at my black IPA. It just looks a bit muddy. And
It does.
Yeah. Just the sun caught it, and I was like, oh, I can't really see
Yeah,
through that.
it's not that bright.
The one I had earlier wasn't.
No,
I wonder,
dunno.
maybe someone was in moving kegs.
Maybe.
Yeah, gave it a bump. It's all right.
Oh,
It still
it's all right.
tastes great.
Yeah, so no, all power to them. That's what I mean. I think there'll be a lot more takeovers, mergers. I think, that's
Yeah, I was talking to Hendo on his podcast the other week, Quality Focus Pro Brewers, which I co-host, so I just go onto his Rockstar Brewing website and join the Facebook page if you're a pro brewer. But yeah, we were talking about the Valley. Remember how everyone used to talk about the Valley, like to get to 1 million litres?
Yeah.
It's so much bigger now. I know Mazen said it on his podcast when he was talking to the guys at Crafty Pint as well. It's so much bigger now from, if you want to be the brew pub model, that's fine, but if you want to jump across to being a national distributor...
Well, you need your head read.
Yeah, well, yeah, at the moment, for sure. But if you're already like in that quagmire of
Yeah.
in between,
Yeah.
trying to grow, you either got to pull back, which we're seeing a lot of people trying to do, or you're seeing a lot of people merging to make it to the next step of their business journey. So, yeah, I think it's really interesting. I think the brewing landscape is going to change quite a lot. I think we're going to see more mergers, and I think we're going to see a lot more people focused on service and their brew pub,
Yeah.
rather than just opening a brewery and just thinking it's going to be simple as.
Yeah, no, I agree. So that's, definitely our model. So, so yeah.
Speaking of growth, Rocky Ridge opened a new venue in Duncraig, which is north of Perth, if I'm correct, from my days going over to WA. I didn't really see this on the horizon, but I don't also hear a lot of news about WA either, unfortunately. It's so far away, but oh yeah, Perth northern suburbs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
they've
that
got
makes sense.
a new brewery kicking on. I don't know if is it a brewery or is it just a venue? New Duncraig venue. I wonder if they'll be
I
brewing
reckon
there,
No, surely not.
because they pride themselves on being carbon neutral and super sustainable. So if they open another brewery somewhere, that'll be way too difficult.
It
Whereas
would be. Yeah,
if they
I
open a
reckon.
brewery and they throw some solar on, as well as work in their carbon miles of delivering kegs to the venue,
Exactly. Yeah.
suits into their model, right?
Yeah.
But
No, all power to them. So
yeah, they make some great beers.
yeah, they do.
I would love to get over there again. It's been a long time since I've been over to Perth. When's the last time you been to Perth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I might head over soon.
Yeah, it would be at least, I'm going to say
As long as I don't get Perth belly, it's fine.
7 or 8 years since I've been there. I'm not sure that you can get Perth belly.
Well, I went there. Geez, would have been 15 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
For work. So I did a job interview up in the Pilbara.
Yeah, okay.
So that was one. Then I went over for work. So yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't been there on holidays. So
Yeah, I love it over there. I've been to Geraldton, some place that starts with O, where there was nothing. Right up north, near Broome, and then a heap of places down in Perth and Mandurah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's great. I love it over there.
if we end Oslotto tonight, then I'll shout your trip.
Oh, mate, you and I drinking beer in a whole other place. We're on. Mate, a couple of Gabs news stories. Gabs has announced their Melbourne up-and-coming brewers
Yeah.
for the Melbourne Craft Beer Festival.
Who are the up and comers?
So you've got Bendigo Brewing, Mafco Brewing and Distillery, Murray Towns Brewing Co., and South Australia's Jump Ship Brewing.
Okay.
So that'll be in Melbourne, but they don't mention anything about Brisbane or Sydney. So I'm sure that they're held about 6 weeks after the Melbourne event. So it's probably still a while
Yeah, I'll
before.
be interested to see who it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
running out of new breweries.
you gonna go to Gabs
Nah.
as a business or a punter?
Won't as a business, and I'd want to see the lineup before I'd shell out the
money.
The money.
Yep.
Unless I get a free ticket, I'd probably go.
Yep.
I don't know. I think craft beer festivals are on. The whole problem now is you can get access to good quality beer everywhere.
Yeah.
So whereas, I think, I think.
Well, how do Gabs fix their model? Is there a different model that they do? Like, are they doing too many new beers? Are they trying to go too big, or? Here's my big thing about Gabs in Queensland. I get it works for Sydney and Melbourne.
Yep.
Because those places are generally more inclusive indoors.
Yep.
And in Brisbane, I love the fact that we can go into where they hold it at the convention centre, because they've got aircon.
Yep.
But it's inside and it's winter anyway, so it's not a big deal for us.
Yep.
And anyway, whereas when COVID happened,
Yeah, the one on the
Gabs
Goldie.
did 2 festivals, one on the Goldie, one on the Sunshine Coast,
Yep.
Gabs Summer Series, and they've never done it again.
Yeah.
And I think it was I didn't go to the Gold Coast one because you weren't allowed.
Yeah, I think we're in lockdown.
Yeah, we were in lockdown.
Brisbane was in lockdown.
But I went to the Sunshine Coast one and it was fantastic. The weather was great. I got sunburnt. I had way too many beers.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree. I think I don't know. I think venue. The venue is like
I think Brisbane Gabs needs to be outdoors.
Yeah.
Somewhere outdoors where
you could do it at the
where you
RNA
have the
showgrounds.
indoor sections, but you need an outdoor area as well. Look,
Yeah.
we like the outdoors up here.
Yeah. The only problem is if it rains, but that's where like the Showbag Pavilion at the RNA
Yep.
is a.
Do you need to go and say? I'll pause it.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk about Gabs in a minute.
Okay, so some customers have just come to the bar. Phil's gone to pour him a beer, as he's in the bathroom. Just thought I'd say a quick hello. I'm very close to the microphone. I apologise. It's going to be much louder than everything else. But yeah, hello from Dan. Enjoy.
Yeah, I think for me, Gabs needs to be outdoors.
Yep.
Up here in Queensland, it's just how we do life.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I just think the problem is like most of the vendors at Gabs Brisbane are Brisbane breweries. So it's I don't know. Like I don't know what the answer is. Like we're definitely like starting to talk about having our own little festival, like no entry fee.
Yep.
And so I think the cost too. Like
well, for me personally, I love Gabs. I love going and trying all the weird things. Like I always get a list that I want to try.
But don't you reckon the brewery that had the best new beer of 2024 should get a free stand?
That would be that would be great.
Well, what do you win apart from the accolades? Like,
Oh, you're talking to the Gabs Hottest 100. Oh yeah. That's because I can. I see what you're doing.
But what's the incentive?
Yeah. I think that Gabs could do a lot with what they offer. There's a lot of incentives back and forth with their products that I think would really help to grow Gabs and to put it more into the vernacular, not of the craft beer nerds, but into...
I think having more of an outdoorsy type thing and like not necessarily move away from craft beer, like what was it, bloody beer and cider?
Yep.
That was very much a music festival.
Yes.
But I think Gabs needs to adapt.
Yeah.
Like the beer and cider, like you have the craft beer, like if they did that model and get some, good music and stuff like that, you're actually broadening the appeal.
Yep.
So that people will come and then they might fall in love with the beer there.
Yeah.
But also it's a money-making venture for them. So why wouldn't you want to try and spread the pie a bit?
Yeah. Yep.
Because I had a look at buying beer insider back in the day.
Yeah,
when
okay.
it was for sale,
Yep.
just before COVID.
Yep.
So, I was seriously running the numbers on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just... Yeah,
Festivals would be hard, man. Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to work at events.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was your job. Yeah, I get that.
but it was something I was pretty passionate about. But it was
Yeah.
definitely, and that's what I mean. Like, it hasn't come back. Like a lot of beer festivals are dying. And I think there's, and also it's just the cost for like a brewery to go there. It's just
Yep.
like so like money's tight. Like,
Yep.
like you don't make money going to a beer festival, and that's my big issue. Like, particularly the model that Gabs has currently got, and I get it, like it's all about craft beer, but but you're preaching to the converted.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't think we get any people
Who aren't into craft
beer then going, oh gee, that beer was amazing. Or like, and half the people, like, let's be honest, have had a few. Like,
Yep.
they're not going to remember the beer that they've tasted the next day. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
It's hard.
Mate, the next news story is also Gabs, but it's from New Zealand. The hottest 100 Kiwi Gabs beers were released over the weekend. Do you know what came out on top?
I did look at it. I can't remember, but it's pretty exciting.
I can't say the word. I don't even know how to say the word. I wish I could. Is it
Pretentious weed?
Pronocious? I can't even say it.
Pretentious weed?
Pernicious? Is it pernicious? Is it pernicious? How is it?
I don't know.
Is it
I'm
a
going to have
hard
to go
C
to.
or a soft C?
I'm going to
I
have
don't
to go to
know.
New Zealand to find out.
Yeah, but if you've never had this beer, this is an excellent beer. It's from Garage Project. This beer has been out for years. I'm pretty sure it's won Gabs multiple times.
Oh, has it?
Yeah. So it's not surprising to me that this beer got up. New Zealand brewing industry is having a harder time than we are. It's obviously, they're a smaller country, so it's going to happen. But for me, what I'm excited to see in the top 10, there's a lot of different breweries in there. Not one brewery is a repeat. One of my favourite breweries and beers is in there. Came in at number 9, Epic Brewing Co. Hop Zombie.
Yep.
I love that beer. My son Jaden, he lives over in South Auckland, and that's his beer as well. He goes to a bar over there, and the bartender knows to let him know when he's got a fresh keg of Hop Zombie.
Yeah, nice.
And Jaden always jumps on it and lets me know when he's had some fresh Hop Zombie, much to the chagrin of me not being able to have it. And if you've never had Hop Zombie in New Zealand fresh, it's insane. We get it over here pretty fresh and it's good as well, but in New Zealand where it's from, it's fantastic. I think it's great. And Pernicious Weed, however you say it, is also a cracking beer. Brendan, who made the Chuka, he's down in Adelaide at the moment. Sadly, his mother passed away. Much condolences to you, Brendan, and your extended family. But he sent me a message when he went down there. He made it down there, got to say goodbye to his mum, which was great. And then he sent me a photo. He was drinking a Pernicious Weed.
Oh, nice.
Down in Adelaide. So yeah, much props, and that's pretty good, I think. So hopefully his mum liked craft beer. Mate, something that's nothing to do with Australia or New Zealand directly, but there's this is from Brauwelt. I don't really know what it is, but they went and looked at different hop variety dependent thiol impact for beer brewing around the world, and so they got 250 samples across 97 different hop cultivars from 12 countries and 5 crop years to try and work out where the thiol precursor hops are coming from.
So what's thiol precursor hops?
Thiols are the real big punchy fruit aroma and flavour compounds that you get out of hops. That's where you get things. So there's Phantasm, which is a product out of New Zealand, which is from Sauvignon Blanc grapes, which you get that passion fruit, grapefruit sort of flavour, which isn't even derived from hops, but it's just from the must of the white wine Sauvignon Blanc grapes.
Yep.
But thiol producing hops and yeast is possible, but we don't get it in Australia anymore. You're not allowed to have it, but the hops, some hops have it. Nelson Sauvin is one of those hops that allows for they're what called precursors, and then when you're brewing with them, they give you more of that punchy flavour. And they looked at the growing country, the hop variety, and the thiol impact across the category. So the three highest countries, Nelson Sauvin from New Zealand was high.
Yep.
Eureka from US and Spain was also high. The US also got a medium with Bravo, but Australia was in there with Ella as a medium. But then low was Germany and England. And my pick is that you're going to see more massively fruity, punchy hops from England and Germany, or from the European region.
Why is
I think in the next 5 to 10 years, because I think they're trying to catch up.
It's a long program.
It is a long program. Yeah, when we were out talking to Andrew at Hilltop Hops, he was saying now it's like a 15-year program. I knew it was over a decade at least, but yeah, he's saying now it's a 15-year program. So
no, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'm curious to see over the next 5 to 10 what's happening. So
yeah, I was talking to someone the other day, and I was saying, Phil's always said yeast is the next big thing to go.
Oh yeah, well there's so many new products out there. There's all these terpenes, and there's friggin' even since we've started, like the number of new products that get put in front of us. Yeah, it's just like
can't do them all.
Kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like where do you start, stop, and finish?
Yep.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot more new hops, but I don't know. See what happens.
Yep. Nice. Mate, Hiker news. What's going on with Hiker? We've talked about our glassware that we got for joining up to be a Lost Hiker members. We got some new beers coming out. We got Compass. Comes out in a week. Well, whatever.
Yeah, and then
Twilight and Wanderlust. So Wanderlust Superior Lager and Twilight Black IBA came out on our birthday weekend.
Yep, they're all going to the beer awards.
Yeah.
So not too much. I suppose we're going to rebrew. I suppose it's exclusive because we haven't put it up on Hiker Facebook group. Oh, there's the runners. Oh, damn, I missed the trail run.
You want to go? You can go.
No, I'm not.
You can go. I can wrap up on my own.
I'm not up to running it. I'll run to the toilet. That's about it at the moment.
Yeah.
So I suppose like what we had. Rebrew your favourite beer.
Yep. Yep.
So what won that? You were the.
Oh, mate. Yes, I had the inside story on that one, and. Do we want to announce it, or are we going to keep it a secret until the beer comes back?
I
think we might keep it close to our chest.
Other than that, not too much. We'll just keep
I
on.
will say that Fire Trail, the red IPA, got second by a very close margin.
I can't believe Backpacker won. The mechanics have been.
The mechanics. What did they vote? That's the thing.
They boycotted because you didn't put Backpacker on the list.
Oh, you just had to tell me. I went through all the Untapped. I tried everywhere. I even sent the list to Daniel and said, check it.
Oh.
So
anyway, they boycotted. No, they voted for other beers. So.
Yeah.
I said Backpackers, only can have one pale ale all the time. So.
Yep. Mate, we're obviously near the end now. It's been an hour, but beer can chicken day.
Oh, we should eat some.
We should eat some chicken. I've got.
So Byron, you want some chicken? We've got one fanboy in the crowd.
Yeah. Well, I've got. So.
Which one's that?
So this is the. What do you want, mate? You tell me. Do you want
just a leg or something?
A leg.
Thank you.
There you go. So that's I'll grab the other leg. Right. So that's the peach sour.
Oh, I was about to say, don't tell me.
Oh.
Oh, we are actually eating the chicken.
Yeah, we're eating the chicken, Daniel.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
I can't believe it.
Do you want some?
I will have some, but not right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Are you still recording at the moment?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
I hope so.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure my voice was heard this
Well,
episode.
yeah, the
Very important.
frontal thing doesn't really get you.
Oh, well,
That's
sucks.
alright.
Maybe I'll slot
Yeah.
myself in somewhere else.
Is that so?
That's
This
the
one's
Huster.
Huster. Let's see if that. Because I didn't really taste.
No, me either. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
It's supposed to just make it more tender, right?
Yeah. What are you getting there, Phil? Are you getting anything
Just grease.
that's beer related?
No,
No. Does it just taste like chicken?
just chicken.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. Legs are probably not the best.
No, well, we're learning, right? This is the first day. I'm gonna shove a stout in there.
Good chicken, but
It's nice and tender, but I'm not getting any of the beer.
no. No.
Right.
Oh well. Till next year.
Do we need to marinate it?
Maybe. That would be better. Yeah, like marinated in. This is riveting for people
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah. Well, it does taste good.
Oh, it tastes good.
Just not really. I don't know. I guess maybe it could be the beer, but these beers it might be too close when you start boiling them inside of a chicken.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, who knows?
Who knows?
Come back
Well,
and we'll,
if you're here, you could have had some and
Yeah,
give
that's
us your
right.
feedback, but I'll
you're
be
not,
set up.
so you can't.
So,
Right. Peace out. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Oh, Daniel's going to come and give us some feedback. Here we go.
I'm a professional chicken judge, mate. Let's go.
Righto. All right. Well, hang on. I'll do you up a plate. Let me.
Yeah, you offered me some, I said no, and now I'm like, nah,
Yeah, and now
I'll
you're
take it
back.
back.
Yep.
Give me some chicken.
So, all right.
Alright.
All right. So.
Daily roast chook, here we come.
All right. So.
What do I got here? Which
Just
one?
hold that. That's some of the chicken breast from the peach sour.
The peach sour. Alright,
Yeah.
alright. Very good.
And
You even brought plastic plates, mate.
mate, I'm all over it.
You are all over it.
Yeah. And that's the Hasta La Vista.
Alright.
You're just going to need to give it a crack and let us know what your thoughts are.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes good, but does it taste like any different to?
Nah.
I mean,
Oh,
no, but I don't expect it to taste like beer. I think it's just like a way of keeping it moist, and
moist.
tender.
It's very
right?
moist.
Yeah.
It's like, if I do a lemon or orange chicken, it doesn't really taste much like citrus. I think it's just really moist and tender.
Yeah. It's not going to stop us.
It's certainly delicious.
We're going to keep shoving it.
Well, we got to keep experimenting.
Yeah.
To actually, do you like marinate it and
Yeah.
then do you put hops up its bum? You know.
Oh, well, I wonder if hops would work.
Hot side extract or cold side extract?
Yeah.
It's certainly delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adsy.
Definitely is. No worries.
So yeah. So have you got any ideas of what we can do to the chicken?
Yeah.
To
What do we do to enhance the flavour with our beers? For beer can chicken here.
do we
Yeah.
take them on a hike or?
That's right. Yeah. Mate, thank you very much.
No. It's been a good hour and 3 minutes and
Yeah, yeah.
20 seconds.
Has been. Yeah.
With a few stops, but yeah. Thanks for your patience for those that have lasted this long. Yeah. Anyway. We'll see. Well, I won't see you next week unless someone wants to.
I'll leave the mic here.
Yeah. If someone wants to co-host with me, I'm
Come
quite
and
happy.
co-host, yeah.
They have to like find all the articles and everything else because
Yeah, Phil doesn't do it. Phil doesn't do anything of that.
I just rock up.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, is that yours? Yeah.
Yeah, that is your beer. Yep. Yeah, if someone wants to come along and host, I'm happy to help them out. Give you the pointers. I might even find a couple of articles. Otherwise, you can just talk beer shit. Oh, yeah.
We'll
But
just-
yeah, Phil doesn't do any of that. He reads it off the cuff as we go. So,
You wouldn't know it. Would
yeah,
you?
reach out to us on our Facebook group. You can find it on Aussie Beer Voyage. All right,
Okay.
pour it out.
Yeah, take a hike.
That was a real condescending thing.